Hello, dear traveler. Welcome to Let's Do Alps and to another full train. I'm just gonna show you a little bit around and then I'm gonna carry on. So yesterday I talked about how, this concept of we are keysommers to each other and how we can help each other to actually in discovery of ourselves. It is actually the only way we can do a lot of things by ourselves, but the best progress or to figure it out is always with another people, and it can be even your therapist. It's just in any type of relationship we need that reflection. And I was talking that we are at very different levels, not comparing, but in our growth we are all in different age, in different experience. We need different things, so sometimes it meets, sometimes it doesn't. And it's I am finding myself in a situations that I am having some type of discovery, or I'm going through something and I am reaching for people I would like to, but it doesn't mean it's the people which can do it with me, while I have people around me which can do it with me very well. But I somehow, because of my programming, I'm going for something what's unavailable, and I am trying to make it available. And that kind of leads to the thing how, when I think about it, why am I doing it? It's so silly. When you say silly, or when I say silly, I think about, kids are very often silly. They are just acting in often unpredictable, very, different way than adults. Oh, no, not really. I'll get there. And so, these programs or this thing, what I'm doing, is my coping mechanism. It's something what I learned in a childhood to do, and it is silly because I created it with my childhood mind, which didn't have such a extensive knowledge and understanding, and also didn't have the full body. I was small. I couldn't feed myself, protect myself. I needed other people to be around me and supply these needs to me, this kind of mainly the basic needs, so my body can survive. And to do this, we are designed that we can suppress or kind of put aside the needs, the emotional needs, because they can kind of wait. We first, this body first needs to live, and then we can deal with the other things. So we create a lot of ways how to be. We create a lot of different coping mechanisms, and they are all so specific and so unique to ourselves. Depends on the environment we are growing in, depends the people we are surrounded with. And so these coping mechanisms, when you think about it, as I said before, they are created with your childhood mind. So they are maybe working in the time, and in the time they are the best. They are the best what could your mind and your body produce. They meet your needs in that moment. But very often you have to, split yourself. You need to kind of push aside one part of yourself or more parts of yourself to have these needs met. So there is always a cost for it. With a vision, this is basically, I'm talking about how trauma and pain is created, because trauma is basically a splitting or fracture or something what you couldn't deal with at the moment. So it's put aside for you to process later. And to be able, I need to stop, but to be able to process it, we need to get first to our adulthood. We need to get to our full mental capabilities, and then we also need the supportive environment where we feel safe and where so we can look at these things. That it's not easy, splitting is not easy, and you can imagine just a situation you can think about yourself when now you are an adult and somebody calls you some names, or in a worst case scenario somebody hits you, or somebody cheat on you. How do you feel? How do you feel when you are an adult? And these things are happening to us when we are kids. Many of us have been beaten, as a kids to be a good people. Many of us have been cheated on, basically, that our parents, they had friends which they gave more importance, or even the other parent, or even, they brought another child to this world, so suddenly their attention was split between you and them. And how do you think, now it seems so just a small thing, but with your little mind, just a few years old, if you are not guided through it, and if your emotions are not in that moment kind of like regulated, that you have someone where you can, you have this charge, and where you can is someone who helps you with the charge, you create the trauma. So now I got a little bit off track. Maybe I forgot what I was talking about, but I just am locked in how to carry on. So I'll carry on tomorrow. But one thing I want to say: really try to imagine you now. When something not nice is happening to you, and you then, when you were small, little, powerless. And no wonder we have all of this inside, and no wonder, it's causing a havoc, and no wonder it's sometimes coming up, and no wonder it's coming back. No wonder we act so often like children, even in our adult bodies. Because when somebody does something like cheating, like hitting us, calling us names, telling us we are not good enough, it's not about now. It's bringing up this childhood memory and these childhood coping mechanisms which helped us to survive. And unless we process them or undo them, we will be trapped in them forever, and it will do a lot of things with our body and with our mind. I could talk forever, so I'd better stop. You have a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and bye.